Let's talk about wedding photos, the timeless keepsakes that capture the magic of your special day. Each image will bring you back to the laughter, love, and unforgettable moments you shared. These photos tell a story of your wedding, from the emotional walk down the aisle to the joyful celebration with loved ones. They'll serve as a lasting reminder of your beautiful day, preserving every cherished moment for years to come. Hi, I'm Sal of After Hours Events in New England. We'll unlock the magic must-have wedding photos for memories that last.
Hi, I'm Sam from Atmosphere Productions. These are wedding insider secrets for a stress-free, fun, and memorable day. Our podcast helps engaged couples navigate wedding planning complexities while addressing family expectations. We'll guide you through the journey of creating the perfect wedding day without unnecessary stress. By the end of this edition, you'll get concise tips on budgeting, wedding party management, ceremony, reception planning, and more. Yes, it's perfect for anyone planning a wedding, all in 30 minutes or less. Trust us, you don't want to miss this.
Welcome to Stress-Free Wedding Planning, the podcast that will transform your wedding planning journey from chaotic to enchanting. Sal and Sam bring over 80 years of combined wedding expertise and exclusive insider information to the table. If you're recently engaged, feeling the pressure of wedding planning, struggling with family expectations, but still dreaming of a joy-filled wedding, you've come to the right place. Get ready to unveil the best-kept wedding secrets, discover practical tips and strategies, and learn life-changing lessons for a stress-free wedding. Your unforgettable wedding day awaits. We're here to take you on a transformative journey of love, laughter, and memories. So don't miss out on the podcast that just might change your life. This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam.
Hi, I'm Sal of After Hours Events of New England, the experts in creating a stress-free, unforgettable wedding experience. We bring energy, professionalism, and passion to making every couple's big day truly special. Visit us at afterhoursevents.com. Learn more about our experience and journey to help you with stress-free wedding planning in the trailer or pilot of this podcast.
I'm Sam from the award-winning Atmosphere Productions, wedding entertainment with expert knowledge and the difference in quality. Visit us at atmosphere-productions.com. On today's edition, it's all about unlocking the magic must-have wedding photos for memories that surely will last. But first, if you have a question or concern, go now to Facebook and join us on the Stress-Free Wedding Planning community and ask away. You can also join us on our YouTube channel. Just search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast, subscribe, and get it first.
Welcome to the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast. Today, we'll be going over the must-have wedding photos. And we're going to first talk about the pre-ceremony, such as you may want to have your wedding attire hanging up and getting some nice photos of that to remember that. The shoes and the accessories, if you have a bouquet, that's something else you may want to take a shot of. A couple getting ready with their wedding party, that's another great shot. Partners reading a note from the other partner. Oh, this could be one of the greatest moments for a picture. You get to see the emotion. You know how they say a picture is 1,000 words. Close-up of the wedding rings, of course, and wedding party reactions to seeing the couple in their attire. Partner adjusting cufflinks, maybe a tie and some accessories. First look between a couple. First look is one of my favorite things in the world, and I think it's very emotional when you do it early, and I just love those pictures. A couple with their parents, a partner with their parents, and each partner having individual parent shots, meaning you and your mom, then one with you and your dad, not just the two, but doing it separately also. And also wedding party together just before the ceremony, getting that whole group together for a beautiful photo.
That's a great pre-ceremony list. And remember, what we're doing here is giving you suggestions on shots that can be taken. Now, remember, your photographer might already have a shot list that's very similar to what we're giving you now. Great. But if your photographer doesn't, You need to jot down these ideas because that's how you're going to guarantee that you're going to get those shots. Do not just leave it up to the memory of the photographer to take whatever pictures that they want. You have to specifically set out, I want a picture with Aunt May and her husband. I mean, you've got to really be specific on what you want. So that takes us to the ceremony. You want a venue wide shot, of course. You need shots of the guests arriving. Plus, you want that close-up of all of the ceremony decor. So all the flowers and the aisle. If you're outside, you want to take a picture of the scenery there. All of that should be on your shot list. The processional. This is when the wedding party makes their way down. Maybe the parents will too. Maybe the officiant. And of course, you need that picture of the bride walking down the aisle or the couple walking down the aisle. However you're doing it, that processional before the marriage happens is a crucial shot. Of course, exchange of the vows, exchange of the rings are very important. And the first kiss, crucial. Here's a pro tip for you. Make a little note to the officiant to step out of the way once she has pronounced you and had you to kiss. So, you're doing the big kiss so that in the background isn't the officiant standing holding a book. No, the officiant should step out of the way, out of that shot. So it's a perfect shot of you having your very first kiss together. You need a wide shot of the ceremony from the back of the venue. So, different angles really is what you're looking for. The guests cheering the ceremony when it's over. The couple walking down the aisle as newlyweds. And if you're going to do confetti or some celebratory moment after the ceremony, that needs to be captured. So once again, you're going to jot all of these down. These are crucial elements of shots that should be taken at your wedding.
I loved your pro tip there, Sam, about the officiant getting out of the way for that first kiss. That is just so important not to have that odd person in there. And to kind of add to it, what I always explain to every officiant is move out of the way before you actually tell them the kiss. Because it may be too late that you say kiss and you're walking away and you're still going to get caught in that picture. If they're doing personal vows, step out of the way. So the photographer is just getting them reading off their little book or their little paper that they're giving their personal vows to. Great information there, Sam. Thank you so much.
We've just explained different photo shots and scenes that you need to take pre-ceremony and ceremony.
Coming up next, photos you can take post-ceremony and at the reception.
This is the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast with Sal and Sam, a podcast for engaged couples concerned about wedding planning and family expectations, but who want to have a stress-free, fun, and unforgettable wedding.
Get ready for a dose of wedding wisdom. That's right. It's Wedding Tip Wednesday. Remember, you're paying for cocktail hour and you're not attending it if you decide to take all your photos after the ceremony. So make sure you schedule special pictures that are going to include your guest during the cocktail with your photographer so you get some really nice shots. Trust me, you're going to love it. You don't want to miss it.
And you're absolutely right, Sal. There is nothing more enjoyable for your guests, for you two, the guests of honor, the bride and the groom, the couple, to mingle with them during the cocktail hour. Your guests love it. So why not do it? Don't spend your time in a room somewhere else, locked away from your guests. Get involved in the cocktail hour because you're paying for it. And that's another wedding tip from Sal and Sam.
Wedding Tip Wednesday is available on the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Facebook group page every Wednesday. Join the group for free.
And now back to the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast.
Welcome back to our discussion about unlocking the magic. Must-have wedding photos for memories that last. I'm Sal from After Hours Events in New England.
And I'm Sam from Atmosphere Productions. We've already discussed photos that you can take for pre-ceremony and ceremony. Let's now talk about post-ceremony. Again, remember what we're doing here. The photographer has a shot list that he is going to take. It may include many of these that we're talking about. But again, if you have a photographer that does not have a shot list, You have to create that shot list because the photographer is not just going to go and just take random pictures. It is always best for you to create a list ahead of time so that your photographer knows the names of who is going to be taking pictures with what. And a pro tip, get a photo wrangler. Get a member of the family that is not going to be in all these pictures, that knows the names of aunts and uncles and your different family situations so that they can quickly gather them together when we have to do these post-ceremony pictures. The first and most important picture that you need to take after the ceremony is the picture of the couple just getting married. Very important, of course. Then the wedding party. Now, the couple is going to take pictures with all of these people I'm going to mention. The parents, each individual couple with their individual parents, and the couple with their siblings. So if you have brothers and sisters, or you have aunts and uncles, or if you don't have siblings and you want to take them with close family friends, that's the time to be doing it. And of course, don't forget the grandparents, and then that huge picture with the entire family. Now, you could also do a picture of everybody as well. I've had photographers who just before the introductions or just before the cocktail hour finishes, all the guests take a picture with the bride and groom outside. That's fine. If you want that, you have to jot it down because that's not a standard picture. If you have any candid pictures that you want to take, make sure that they're done at this time. You know, the fun, silly pictures of the bride and groom or the couple or the wedding party. This is the time that you need to do those. And now, of course, the romantic pictures. These are the ones when you send everybody back to the cocktail hour and everybody is inside, or during the cocktail hour, the couple are now outside or in some location by themselves with the photographer, and you're taking those romantic portraits. And of course, don't forget the couple's hands with the wedding rings. Those pictures should also be taken after the ceremony too.
You know, Sam, a thing that could change about this whole list when it comes to this portion is if you're having a first look. A number of these pictures are going to be taken earlier if you have the first look. And this is one of the advantages of having one. You're going to have, the couple taking the pictures with the wedding party, with the parents, and maybe even the siblings might be there and be able to handle that too. If not, that can be taken afterwards, of course. But if you get these all out of the way early with a first look, now it's a very small list that you have to take care of at the end. And now you get to be part of that cocktail hour and enjoying your special day, the thing you paid so much money for. Now let's get to the final part, the real fun part, the reception. There's things that you're going to want to catch there, especially some of the details such as the centerpieces and the table settings, the wonderful wedding cake that you had created for your wedding, the grand entrance of our couple, or even their wedding party as they're coming in, their parents as they're coming in, and maybe even grandparents. Definitely want to get those shots of the first dance. That's very important. And any toast or speeches that you want to remember who spoke at your wedding. The cutting of the cake, if you're doing that, that is something that seems to be going away. But if you're doing it, hey, make a big deal and make sure you get the pictures because you don't want to forget about that. Guest dancing. You want to remember that everyone had a great time. So you definitely want to get some of that. Candid shots with guests having fun. This is your photographer going around and just eyeballing things that they think, oh, that's a really fun look. Let's take a shot of it. Each of you having a dance with your parent. That's always a great thing to get a picture because you want that for memories. Detailed shots of food, drinks, specialty drinks especially. Get some shots of that so you don't forget about that. Also, the guest book or any interactive reception elements. Again, you don't want to forget these things. Kids playing, everyone dancing and having a great time. The big couple's exit. So you could have an exit when you're leaving the building where a couple things could happen. It could be a sparkler send-off. It could be confetti. It could be bubbles, whatever works for you. And of course, special moments, emotional or candid reactions from your guests. Also, the couple laughing together. That's always a great shot, showing that you had a really good time at your wedding. And final, the intimate moment between the couple before leaving. One of those things you could do, here's a pro tip, is have a final last dance where all your guests are out of the room and you just have that very special moment together, and your photographer could catch that and give you a great shot to remember forever after your wedding.
Oh, that's beautiful. But I got to tell you, we forgot one item on here, Sal.
Oh, no.
And that is a picture with the couple and the DJ.
How did I miss that?
So, with the different wedding photo ideas that we discussed today, you may want to include some of them, if not all of them, in your wedding photo list with your photographer. These will help you have memories that will last a lifetime.
So there you have it. We've just provided some insider tips on unlocking the magic must-have wedding photos for memories that last. Create a unique experience for your guests that will have them talking about your wedding years to come. Tell us all about your wedding photo that you plan on taking in our Facebook community.
Now, as you spend the next week planning your wedding, if you want me, Sal, or our community of stress-free engaged couples and wedding experts to answer any wedding-related questions, then join us in the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Facebook group.
Once you're in, go ahead and share your concerns and worries, and we'll let you know if you're on the right track or if there are some things you need to work on. The link to join us is in the show notes of this edition, or go to Facebook and search for the Stress-Free Wedding Planning Community.
Remember to do something nice for someone today. And if you can't, then do something nice for yourself. If you've enjoyed what you've just heard, leave a review and share it with a friend or someone who would benefit from this information. Until next time, it's TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Thank you for listening to this edition. A new edition is released every Wednesday. Subscribe and get it first. We'll catch you then. Ciao.
The Stress-Free Wedding Planning Podcast is produced and copyrighted by Atmosphere Productions in association with After Hours Events of New England.